How's it going, YouTube? My name is ElvinNinja7, your resident Mistweaver monk, and welcome back to a special episode of The Gauntlet. As you guys know, this is a series that I'm doing where we take the key that we get from the vault at the beginning of the week and we push it as high as we can before we break it. Now this week we are starting off pretty high with a plus 24 Murazon's Rise, so we could just break this key automatically. But why is today's episode so special? Well, today I am doing something that you guys ask for a ton. I see you guys always in my comments asking for a caster build, caster playthroughs, caster guides, whatever caster you guys are asking for. And since it is such a strong build in the raid right now, I get even more comments about this build. So today we're going to be rocking with this build. Now this is not like 100% the best build in my opinion. If I were to sit down and take a little bit more time, I could probably optimize like one or two talents. But this is what we're rocking with. We have double defensive plus a rolling shield. I did not take the kick because I am taking improved paralysis because it is incorporeal weak, and I am not taking Song of Chi, which I'm pretty sure is good for incorporeal. Instead, I'm taking Ring of Peace because it is also spiteful weak. But you guys know I pug my group. Every single key that I do is a pugged key. So here we go. I guess we'll just grab this warlock. I don't know these people. I don't know how these keys turn out. As you guys remember in episode 2, it can go any way, and I'll be completely honest and upload this key no matter what, upload this video no matter how high we push it. But we could push it up to a plus 30 in reality, and that could happen, or we could just tank this key right here on the first pull. Who knows? That is the fun of the gauntlet. But back to the build, we're rocking with Yu'lon instead of Chi-Ji. We're not rolling with Phalanx or Ancient Teachings. We're playing a completely different build, basically like a pacifist build is what I'll call it. We'll sneak in some damage. You know, we have like our Chi Burst and we have our Zen Pulse, double smack Zen Pulse. But for the most part, we are not trying to maximize our damage. We're trying to just maximize the healing and hoping that the current state of the DPS players and how broken they are can carry us to victory. But as always, this is not the most optimal way to play Mistweaver. If you want to play optimally, I have plenty of guides, plenty of videos on the traditional fist weaving or melee play style or Ancient Teachings Chi-Ji play style. But for now, we're playing this for fun. We're going to see if we can get further than we have in the past episodes of the Gauntlet with a build like this, because guys, it is so much fun to sit back and channel Soothing Mist on your tank. I promise you it's fun. However, since this is the first time I'm running a build like this, there will be some errors on my part. Like I won't play perfectly. My reactions won't be as smooth because I'm just not used to it. But let's just do it. Let's just see how far we can go in this episode of the Gauntlet. And without further ado, here we go. He said he's pulling up to the Titan, so it could be a pretty juicy first pull. But like I said, we're basically playing pacifist. We're just gonna have to watch our positioning, sneak in little hints of damage like right there. And just keep our hots rolling. We are only caring about the protection of our group and of ourself. But I guess while we have this breath rolling, we can look to sneak in some damage. But no, we're just going to help out the group. I decided to help in some damage on that breath, but it's just not what we need to be doing right now. I think we just need to help people survive, because look at how much damage people are doing. I mean, are healers even necessary? Like, or do we need to do healer damage at all this season? I don't know, man. This is crazy. Look at that hunter damage, 1,000,000 DPS. That is absolutely wild. Okay, they got both the Incorp ads before I could get one. Watch the cleaves. Oh. Now, I did take some weird talents that I never take before. And let me go over the one in particular that I'm talking about. I've literally never tested this talent. I don't really know all of its interactions. If it works with something like Unison or Summon Jade Serpent Statue. But the talent that I'm talking about is Peaceful Mending. So when we are tethered to someone with Soothing Mist, our hots, so like our Renewing Mist and Enveloping Mist, heal them for 25% more, or if we take the second point into the talent, it'll heal them for 50% more. So they're just taking a lot more healing from our HOTS. Let's go ahead and rob all those casts and our Spiteful Mob. Let's go ahead and hop on over here to this side of the pack. All right, we got to watch our butt pulls too. I guess that's one thing that we're gonna have to do. But yeah, see, there's a lot of downtime here, which is just, it's good to squeeze in some damage with some spinning crane kicks, maybe a rising sun kick. And it's not the end of the world to have to stop your channeling to cast a rising sun kick, because that does also spawn a renewing mist that then helps all of your HOTS. But we are playing Tier of Morning, which, as you guys know, has been an all-star this tier in Raid because of just how much throughput it provides in like a 20-man environment, because you have a lot of people to have HOTS on them. All those HOTS are going to be cleaving into each person that has a renewing mist, so you get a lot of value in a Raid environment. So I was very curious to see how much value we can get in a Mythic Plus environment. As you see there, we already take a big smack on our Warlock. But as long as we keep our renewing mist count high, keep an enveloping mist. Oh, I took a smack there, but we have, ooh, the rescue to save us. Oh, that was poor play on my part. Good play from the evoker. Yeah, we just gotta watch these orbs. But yeah, I guess we could sneak in some damage. Oh, don't want to get hit by that guy. One thing to watch though is mana. I'm always talking about how this build hurts your mana bar, but in a raid environment, it's actually been pretty nice. Like, I've been having a lot easier of a time watching my mana with this build, the Tier of Morning build, than I have with the other build, like the Yu'lon build or the Ancient Teachings build even has just been soaking up my mana bar in raid. And I think a lot of that is is due to us just casting a lot, getting a lot of mana tea stacks. Ooh, we could not save him in time. Getting a lot of mana tea stacks and being able to manage that. As long as you're able to manage your mana tea and not like wasting it a bunch, then you should be good to go. And here we're just gonna, I mean, we're in some downtime here. We're gonna get a Yu'lon ramp going. Oh, he got one shot by that. He said, oh, come on. But so far, so chill. I mean, us not having our kick is very suboptimal, like, I'll admit that. So that is one way that I'd probably change the build already. But I don't know, I kind of was just like, let's just try it. Let's give it a shot. We'll at least do it for this key because we're already locked in here. But if we make it to a plus 25 or a plus 26, we will absolutely change our build around. Put down a Rop. I guess I could have let that Rop boop him one more time, but that's okay. Oh, and not having a kick is going to hurt us here too. Let's go and get a stun to help out this pack. Squeezing in what little damage we can do with spinning crane kicks, touch of death, rising sun kicks, but mostly just making sure everyone here is safe and easily surviving the pack. And things should just fall over, to be honest. You see here, we're kind of sitting at the bottom of our mana bar, so I haven't done a good job managing my mana. I think if I were to go back and change these first couple of pools, I would sit in a Soothing Mist channel longer so that we benefit from Cloud of Focus, because we are taking that. Maybe mix in a couple more Tiger Palms and Blackout Kicks, but I think it was just better to play safe on like the Orb Chick and just not get hit by orbs, and we can always soak up some mana here in just a second. Let's we did not get that cast off, or the potion cast. Let's just go ahead and sit down, sponge up some mana. This could be how we lose a lot of time, and hopefully this does not come down to what little time we're using to soak up mana. Oh, look, he has a Santa hat. I didn't even notice. Hey, Merry Christmas, guys. If you're watching this, I don't know when I'm going to post it, but if you're watching it like around Christmas time, I will be hanging out with my family. I'm going to visit them for the holidays. So there will be less videos. So one way that you guys can support me, support the channel, is just by liking what videos I am able to post in this time. And I will be very appreciative. So let's go ahead and dispel ourselves, and then we're going to summon a Yu'lon and start lagging a bunch. How does that sound? Ooh, we were not able to get in that soak, but everyone is full and healthy. It is a tyrannical week, so this is supposed to be the hardest part of the dungeon, is the bosses, but So far, so good. Just heal up our tank during Titanic Blow. Once again, I don't know how far we're going to make it into this gauntlet. Hopefully we make it a couple keys in. But you never know. You never know with the gauntlet. It can be pretty temperamental. And we could just fail keys left and right. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully not. What I like to do as the healer in this part of the fight is to just play goalie, like play really close to the middle. And try to let our DPS get as many orbs as they can. Hold on, gotta think during this mechanic. But let them get as many as they can, and then that way they're doing more damage. I think it's just more viable to let them get more. But when you're fist weaving or when you're playing the Ancient Teachings build, it is still fine. It's totally fine for you to get orbs as well because it increases your damage. I'm pretty sure it might give you like crit rate or something, but I know it somehow increases your damage. Let's squeeze in some damage while there's no mechanics coming out. We got Shayloons for that little burst. That way everyone's just topped up during this this downtime. And we can keep a Soothing Mist going so that our totem is actually doing something. But oh, we let one sneak in there. All in all, I mean, so far so good. For a Tyrannical boss, these things just fall over so slow. So it's like our lack of damage probably isn't that noticeable. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong here, but ooh. Dang, okay, so we did lose an Evoker. Now, Evokers, I've said it in the past, they're super squishy, but also I did not soak that because I had the... Dang, maybe that was the issue. I don't know. I'm not very versed in this dungeon as much as I would like to be honest. So I don't know. I don't know, like, all the optimal plays and stuff. If I should have soaked that, maybe gotten, like, sacked by the tank or something because I had the debuff, or maybe I'm still just supposed to do it. Maybe you don't take more damage. I don't know. But as we see there... The Evoker died, and I'm pretty sure it was my fault, so I'm not, like, excusing that at all. But you see here, I kind of just stand still and watch the totem, make sure nothing's slipping through. Ooh, this thing does get spicy. Oh, whoa. One thing I love about this build, though, is casting Yulon with Thunder Focus Tea, and you just get two very quick Enveloping Mist out. Oh, I love that. That's like one of my favorite things about this build. So far, so good. I mean, we're 50% through the count on this dungeon, which is one thing that I love about this fight, or about this dungeon, is that the count goes by so quick. And then we down the boss in not bad time. But we're up here on this first little pump, but it being fortified weak, these guys are not that scary. Didn't even have to use a cooldown for that. So we're going to pump some damage then, if that's the case. Ooh, Expel Harm. Yeah, Expel Harm's going to be another great way for us to do damage. I did take all the Expel Harm talents. So, yeah, that will be a great way for us to get damage. Yeah, I mean, we can just use the power of Tear of Mourning, use the power of Cloud of Focus to just shrug off major mechanics without having to use actual cooldowns. As long as we properly ramp our HOTS, yeah, we can get away with not using a cooldown. And that's kind of the strength of this build. However, it's also a strength of the Chi-Ji build, which is why you see not a lot of top Mistweaver key pushers playing this build. You'll see some here and there, and they're great players nonetheless, but... That is a weak, or that is its strength, and unfortunately it shares that strength with the traditional Chi-Ji build. Ooh, I'm lagging during this part of the dungeon. That's not good, but I still made it through first try. But that is the strength of this build, but also this build does have its weaknesses. You guys know, you guys can probably tell, I am doing barely any damage for a Mythic Plus run, especially for a Mistweaver. We're supposed to do good damage, and I am not doing good damage. So as long as I admit that, and understand that, then and hopefully you guys are chill with that, because that's kind of the purpose of this build. But it's a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun playing whack-a-mole with health bars. And you can do so much healing, so many things that the Chi build can't do. But like I said, it doesn't mean that it's better. Unfortunately, it's most likely just worse, flat out worse. And that's why you don't see it at the top end. But we're squeezing through some damage whenever we can, and it's looking like we're gonna time this dungeon, hopefully, as long as nothing goes wrong. Oh, and also playing this build, we should be a better candidate for the Dios, Chronolord Dios bomb mechanic. So who knows? Maybe we'll get to do some mechanics action. Uh-oh. I don't have my weapon bound on this build, though. I have a macro that I replace my Touch of Death on my bars with. Oh, gotta life cocoon him. And I forgot to put that macro on my bars here, so we are gonna do that after this next mechanic. Let's go and do that. One thing I like about this build too, and part of the reason why it's so strong in Raid, is that it works really well with our current tier set. Like, if there's a target with Chi Harmony on them, I mean, we're gonna be channeling into that target most of the time. So, ooh. Nice. And see, you're always ready to heal because you're just staring at health bars. You don't have to stare at health bars. You could optimize your damage more so than I am. But yeah, you could just stare at health bars and always be ready to heal whoever needs healing. And that's just another thing that makes this build fun. It makes it more like active. Well, there is a lot of downtime, but like in terms of healing, it makes it pretty active. Yeah, speaking of gauntlets, if you like this episode, if you like this series and want to support it, the best way to do so is, one, to just like the video. You're already viewing it, so that already helps this video a lot. But liking this video shows me that you do like this series, you do like this content. But it also can show me that you like casting, or if you like the series but don't like the casting build, you know, you can make those distinctions, I guess, down in the comments below. So make sure and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think of this series, of this episode, because I've said it in the past, I love this series. I love recording these videos. They're a lot of fun to make, and it really helps me knowing what you guys also enjoy. Yeah, this gauntlet is so much easier on a tyrannical week than it is on fortified. But what we can do with this build is we can kind of just apply our hots just in case there's no damage, or there's damage coming out. See, because I have a renewing mist on me, you see me still just ticking away because there's a couple of enveloping mists kind of cleaving onto me. That is just why Tier of Mourning is so sick. But man, we are really just chugging through this dungeon. 20 minutes left, only a couple bosses left and a couple small packs, but there are some pretty difficult packs coming up. But I think we're in the clear. I mean, our DPS are absolutely smacking this dungeon, kind of carrying us to victory. So shout outs to these guys. If you know these guys, if they're in your guilds or you know, whatever, let them know that they are just goated. These guys are crazy. We've got a full Chi Harmony group going. We can absolutely pump some damage because those are about to pop and do some pretty solid healing. Oh yeah, dude. So much healing while just from hots, dude. This build's crazy. Alright, we're coming up on this boss, and this boss is really weird. We're gonna have to stand in melee regardless, because I think depending on how we do this pool, or this boss when we get to it, depending on how we do it, there are a couple different optimal ways to pull it, but the one that I've done is you pull them on the edge and you kind of bait the frontals off the edge, just kind of like you do in Waycrest Manor, that third boss, that like slime dude, the Mucinex looking guy. Whoa. That was dangerous. That was very dangerous on my part. But all we're doing is just keeping our hots rolling. And on this guy, he's not difficult at all on Tyrannical Week. We can really just push our damage. Unfortunately, we're missing out on a lot of talents that do increase our damage. But it's still not an issue. We can just pump a little bit of damage, you know, fine damage here and there. Alright, these guys are a bit more of a problem. They do pretty good sneaky damage, and we gotta really protect ourselves and protect the Evoker. Because we are who is getting hit. Yeah, now that everyone's safe, we don't have a kick. That is a big flaw in this build. I don't know why I thought not taking a kick would be a good idea. It's never a good idea. Learn from my mistakes, guys. Do not go into a dungeon without a kick, because you will regret it regardless of how the dungeon goes. Alright, that pack actually kind of just fell over. Since with the talents that we took, you know, I say there's strengths and weaknesses to this build. One of the strengths is just how quick you can top a health bar up. I mean, that's kind of just a strength of Mistweaver in general. But especially, dude, this build. This build is kind of good at that. Just your quick Enveloping Mist, all of your hot healing comes out pretty quickly. Your Vivifies hit a little bit harder on your allies that have Renewing Mist. Oh, that's not good. But this is the real test, the bosses. Ooh. A lot of healing required. Alright, downtime, we're going to sip up on Mana Tea. And I instantly regret that. We probably should not have been doing that. See, but like, this is what I was talking about. This is kind of how I'm used to pulling this boss. Is just standing on the outer ring and bringing the ranged adds in if you can. But, oh my god. But baiting those frontals as much as you can on the outside so they don't hit those the adds in the back. We're going to pop it offensive to help out this healing that needs to come out. Just so we don't randomly die to damage while we're trying to get some heals off. Luckily, I did take all the roll talents, so we can get out of a sticky situation in a pinch pretty easily. Let's help with these adds. We can go ahead and stun them too. Ooh, gotta help out our tank. Something we're good at. All of our hearts are ticking harder on them because of Peaceful Mending, I think is what that talent's called. Man, I have not played with that talent a lot at all. Let's go ahead and Shayloon's Gift. Top up everyone. Ooh, tank, I am with you, buddy. You're safe with me. Oh, Blade Storm on me. We're gonna Yu'lon. Just for the final bit of this boss, we're going to go ahead and use Iridal. Just hope that we can kill him soon. Go ahead and Life Cocoon the tank, help him out, make him feel safe. Now, everyone's topped up, everyone's sitting pretty. We can go ahead and channel a bit more, and let's go ahead and get a revival off. Man, we hit the same incorporeal being. That is never a good thing. Tank, I am helping you out, buddy. I have my Dispel now. You're good. Shayloons, don't die on me. Nice, nice. Yeah, like I said, just so much on-demand healing. Get a stun off. Ooh. Let's go and get some instant Enveloping Mist out. Everyone is hotted up. We can Ring of Peace these guys so they don't get cast off, hopefully. Ooh, that was a close one. That was a close one, but we did it. We did it. That boss was probably the one that I was afraid of the most in this dungeon. Now with Colonel or Deos, however you say it, it always depends on the bomb runner and the tank, and it's kind of like a full team effort. That's a stupid thing to say. Every boss is a full team effort, but let's see. Turtle the Blade Storm should skip the ad pack before Morchi if we can. Oh, but yeah, I mean, the bomb runner has some responsibility. The tank has a lot of responsibility with pulling the boss, where to pull the boss, the ads, and all that stuff. And then DPS have to dodge stuff, obviously, but then kill the ads in a timely manner. And it's just a tough fight. But if everyone does their job, then the boss does fall over. That's also a stupid thing to say, obviously. It's how every boss works. But, man, Chrono Lord Deos is just kind of such a special boss and how it's like a real test. I mean, it really is. But I think this build is pretty well equipped for it. We will see. Also with Morchi, I don't know. I don't know if this build helps with Morchi in any way, but this is, let's see. Can gate skip, should skip the ad pack before Morchi. Can gate skip. Could we invis skip maybe? Oh man, I don't know. I've never done the skip before, but here goes. I just like rode the side. I almost just walked right off. Oh my god, dude. What am I doing? Just holding W right after taking a portal. That was wild, man. I don't want to pull the boss. Alright, let's get some stones. We've got our Sage Serpent statue. Oh my goodness. Jade Serpent statue down. We have a mark on the tank. And what I like to do on this boss is I like to press V so that we don't see nameplates above heads. And it helps you pick out the hat a little bit easier. You do kind of have to just be picky with, or like smart with how you're tabbing or however you like to select your enemy, like clicking on it or whatever you do. You do have to be smart about that, but for me it just makes this boss so much easier. But luckily there's not like a lot of AoE damage that comes for the majority of this fight. But now that sand traps are out, we are going to go claim one of these. I'll claim the far one. Although that's really not the smart thing to do. Whoa, he just spawned on me and beat my ass. Oh my god. I was looking for him. I could not see him. Oh my god, what an idiot. What am I doing? Oh man. Here we go. Jesus, what am I doing? You can see there, like, I'm just, like, not used to just the normal gameplay of this build. Is he still coming after me, man? To the point where I am just, like, not even thinking about mechanics correctly. It's bad. Let's see. I'm gonna have to press V so I see where she is. Watching the frontals. Familiar faces. Round 2, where are you? Okay. As long as we don't get hit by a sandblast, we're chilling. Those instant enveloping mists with Yulon are actually huge. Help me bounce us back a lot quicker. Alright, here we go. Press some V for more problems. Where's she at, though? I can't see shit. Okay, here we go. Luckily the team's got... Oh, that's the bunny. Oh, well, that's a troll. Don't like that. We're gonna have to life cocoon ourselves. Oh, no. Oh my god, what a noob. This is probably the worst boss fight I've done all season. Which, you know... If you've watched my videos for a long time, you know there have been some stinkers in the past. So, with all things considered, this isn't even as bad as I've done in the past, which is really embarrassing to say. But man, I am not playing well. Morchi is also not dying fast at all. That's not making things easier, but oh boy. Yeah, let's go to this one. Oh no, we got the sand blast directed right at us. Oh boy. Please don't wipe. 8%. Can they do 8%? Oh no, these guys are saying that's a GG. Oh boy. Oh my god. The gauntlet, dude. I promise I'm not self-sabotaging. I was not... Oh no, please don't leave. Dang. I promise I wasn't trying to nuke this key. I really wasn't. I mean, we could have done it if we would have just played better on Morchi, but man, I think I didn't even notice my ad spawn like right underneath me. And then 2, the ping on the bunny ears. I mean, we should have noticed, but it was too late. It was far too late. We lost like 2 people to that, I think, maybe just 1. And then man, we just got ass blasted by some sand blast, dude. Dang. Okay. Well, hey, the gauntlet. Man, it's the tyrannical weeks, guys. I just don't know what it is. It's the even episodes are the tyrannical weeks. So we're still sitting at 29.99. We are going to break our plus 24 Mirzon's Rise, but man, I don't think it was the build. I really don't. I mean, if we look at the meters here, I did like no damage comparatively like to what we normally do in a dungeon. I don't think it was the build. The build, it would have helped, obviously, like things would have died quicker. But all things considered, we didn't have many deaths outside of that boss. Any deaths that the fist weaving or the Chi Ancient Teachings build would have stopped. So I don't think it was the build. I think we ideally, or like in just an alternate universe, we do time this dungeon. But man, it ended up being Morchi that defeated us. So I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? Was it the build? Was it me, just specifically me? Or was it just random circumstances like the ping on the wrong ad or the ad spawning underneath me? I don't know. Am I making excuses? I hope I'm not. I don't know, guys. All in all, it seems kind of just unfortunate. We definitely could have timed that pretty easily. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry that these Tyrannical Gauntlet episodes just keep getting crapped on. But I will post another, I'll make sure and record another Mythic Plus dungeon before I leave for the holidays. But guys, thank you so much. Whatever you do for the holidays, make sure you guys stay safe and enjoy your family. One thing that I've learned from growing up, although I'm still, pretty young, is that the older you get, the more you realize that you should have spent more time with your family in the past. You can't go back and change that. You can't change anything from your past. But what you can do is work on the future, how you handle things in the future. And me personally, I'm going to cherish this time with my family. So I do apologize for the lack of, great videos during the holidays. But I hope that you guys are spending them with your family like I will be. Guys, my name is Ep.4, your resident Mistweaver monk. I am so sorry that this Gauntlet series is just a crapshoot, but that is kind of the idea of it. It's supposed to show you guys what pugging keys is really like. And I'm not just going to edit out all the bad keys. I make a lot of mistakes. That is how I learn, and I think that you guys can learn from my mistakes as well. So hopefully you enjoyed the series. Hopefully you guys enjoyed episode 4 of the Mistweaver Gauntlet. I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, and a huge shout out to the patrons, guys. These are the people that make this channel possible. So big thank you to you. If you want to give them a shout out in the comments, that would be much appreciated. But these guys push this channel and allow me to try being a full-time YouTuber. So huge shout out to them. If you want to see your name on the screen alongside these guys, check out the link to my Patreon down in the description below, where there are a ton of different tiers that you can choose to support if you have the means to do so. But if not, if you don't want to support in that way, there are plenty of other ways. Like I've said, subscribing, liking the video, commenting down below, all help my videos and help more people see them. So if you enjoyed them, other people might too. So thank you all so much for all the support. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care.